Okay, this is my preview impressions for the Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020. This is my impressions of the tile screen is it's very clean. My impressions of the menu is that it's pretty much clean as well. So let's see here. If you'll notice here, we've got the load screen popping up here. My preview or my impressions for this part right here is that you can see the crowd in the background looks very cool. And then of course you got Toad popping in, talking about his stuff, or talking about what he's going to say. My impressions of the Tokyo 64 system is that kind of reminds me of a cross between the Game & Watch and the give me a second to think of it. Just basically between a Game & Watch and the Famicom, I guess.
No.
My impressions of this scene basically is instead of making you have to read through all this text, from my first impressions here, they could have added in a skip option here, but I'll get more into that later, not in this impressions, but my overall impressions of this part right here is it reminds me of the time in Mario Odyssey, where Mario, if he touches any object, it pops up scenes in the background of the timeline, but in this it don't. Okay, my impressions of the 2D graphics for the Tokyo 1964 scene here. Is that it looks very interesting. As you'll see, with my first impressions here, that they're all pretty much talking here. Okay, my preview impressions of this overall scene between Dr. Eggman, or Dr. Robotnik as I prefer to call him, and Bowser here is or not necessarily my overall impressions, but my first impressions basically are that it's very lengthy. My overall impressions of this scene between, or not my overall, my first impressions of this scene with Bowser and Dr. Robotnik, as I prefer to call him, is that they could have shortened this just a little bit. I mean, it's a good story and all, but this is just kind of from somebody who's just who's never really played a Mario and Sonic game before, so you know. Pretty much the same thing goes for this scene of with Mario and Sonic here. My first impressions of this are, it's kind of okay, it's just kind of lengthy. My impressions of this overall of this stadium setup here is it does look kind of interesting. Okay, as you can see, my first impressions here are that the scene here, I didn't really show off too much of it. As you can see, looks kind of cool. I'll give my first impressions of the 100-meter M here in 1 second. As you can see here, defeat Eggman and the how to play is very clean for my first impressions here.
Sonic.
Okay, as you can see here, the ready and start is very.
Sonic's in the lead. Sonic keeping the lead.
This is very cool. And this again is just for my first impressions of the game. I will be doing a more in-depth review of this game when the embargo lifts, but my first overall impressions of this game is that it looks very enjoyable, and that it launches on November 5th, 2019, November 5th, 2019 in North America, and November 8th, 2019 in Europe. And that'll conclude my first impressions of this game. I will, again, have a real in-depth review of the game later.